I'd like to welcome everyone to the April 16th, 2025 Cottonwood Heights City Planning Commission business session. Before we get started, are there any ex parte communications or conflicts of interest to discuss? Seeing none, we'll move forward. The next item on our agenda is general public comment. This is a time for people to comment on items that are not on the agenda. Is there anyone who'd like to make public comment about something not on the agenda? Seeing no's, I will close general public comment. The first item under business items is project CUP 25003, a public hearing and potential action on a request by James Carroll on behalf of Cottonwood Compounding for a conditional use permit to operate a compounding pharmacy at 7076 South Highland Drive.
Hello.
Hi.
I am not going to run through that whole presentation again. I'll just kind of give you the quick version. Again, this is a application for a conditional use permit to operate a compounding pharmacy at 7076 South Highland Drive. We're recommending approval. There's some details on the request. They're just planning to operate at 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. They've got about 15 employees total. The applicant's here to answer more questions about their business plan after I'm finished. We've got zoning map, street view that kind of shows where the building is. If you drive past it, if you drive on Highland Drive in our city, you've probably driven past it many times. They've got 30 parking stalls. This is their proposed new floor plan for their pharmacy. The former use of the suite was for a salon. Again, we just find that a compounding pharmacy is analogous to a drugstore, which is listed as a conditional use in this zone. So that's kind of why we're bringing this conditional use permit to you under that. As a conditional use, the application's entitled to approval unless there's reasonable conditions that can't be imposed to mitigate negative impacts of the use. We don't really find any. As far as parking goes, we require 8 stalls for this particular use. The property contains 30 in total. The business would be required to maintain those 8 stalls for their staff and customers. We don't think this merits a traffic study being imposed on the use because it's a less impactful use than what was there before. Didn't receive any public comment. Notices went out as required by code. We recommend approval with no additional conditions. The staff report has more details on this, but that's essentially what I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I'd like to ask the applicant or applicants to come on up, and don't need to, maybe you could state your name just so we know who you are.
I'm Kevin Whitsenman. We live in the area. Been operating Cottonwood Compounding for about 5.5 years now. We're just right next door at 7050 Highland Drive, and outgrowing the business, so our space, so looking for more.
Great, great. I know we did have a couple of questions that came up during the work session. So for those who had them, if you could go ahead and ask that of the applicant.
Can I just ask something to begin with? Can you distinguish a compounding pharmacy from just a regular pharmacy or drugstore? How is compounding different? What does that mean?
So I make a lot of the medications there. So a lot of people who come to me with allergies or whatnot, so we have kids with severe allergies like MCAS, and we'll figure out a way to get them their medication without that stuff in it so they can, thrive that way. We do a lot of hormone replacement therapy as well, peptides and whatnot. So
Thank you.
Yeah, just with the parking transition, I think you heard the discussion a little bit in our work session. So how's that going to go with your neighbors upstairs?
Good so far. We're talking to the place behind us because they have a big parking lot. They let them use it before. So we're in works to talk with them. And I think there's more parking stalls where we're at right now. I mean, we're right next door, and they have, I don't know how many businesses there. And we don't even fill up close to that next door with McDonald's and everything over there. But the plan is to talk to the neighbors behind us because they have a huge parking lot that they don't fill up all the time. And we'll have our employees, if it becomes a problem, have the employees park somewhere else. So I don't foresee it being a problem, but that's the go-to right now.
Is how, I mean, this is getting a little bit granular, but in terms of the Pilates studio, what's their flow of traffic like?
I've talked to them already, and they're in a lease with us for, I think, 3 years, but they fill up some of it. I think with the construction going on, that's obviously taken away some parking stalls already and construction, contractors coming in and out, but they probably have 10 maybe at a given time. That's probably been their most.
Any other questions? No. For the applicant? Commissioner Barnes online, do you have any questions for the applicant?
I do not, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Regarding this, are there any public comment regarding this application? Okay, seeing none, I will close public comment. Is there any further deliberation by the Planning Commission on this?
No.
Okay, great. Move on to making a motion.
Looks like Mike wants to do that.
Sure. I move to approve project CUP 25-003 pursuant to the conditions of approval outlined in the item's staff report.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Shelton and a second by Commissioner Steinman. Okay. Any discussion about the motion? Okay, great. Go ahead and take a vote. Commissioner Steinman?
Yes.
Commissioner Barnes?
Yes,
Commissioner Shelton?
Yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes.
Commissioner Mills?
Yes.
And Commissioner Anderson, yes. Okay, great. Thank you. That closes out that item on the agenda. The next one is, thank you to the applicants for being here. Project ZTA 25001, public hearing and potential action on staff-initiated zoning text amendment to codify a definition for the live-work land use type in city code. I don't know that if we could just maybe have I don't know that we need to have additional staff presentation on this, but what we do need to do is have a motion to continue this to our May 2025 Planning Commission meeting.
I'd like to make that motion that we continue this item to the May 2025 Planning Commission.
Thank you, Commissioner Smith. We have a second.
Second.
Commissioner Mills. I'll do individual vote. Commissioner Mills,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
Commissioner Shelton,
Yes.
Commissioner Barnes,
yes,
Mr. Steinman,
Yes.
and Commissioner Anderson, yes. Great, thank you. The final item on our agenda is consent agenda for approval of the March 5th, 2025 Planning Commission meeting minutes. Is there any feedback? None? Okay, we can do a consent agenda. I just need a motion.
Motion to approve March minutes.
Right?
Second.
Commissioner Steinman motion and Commissioner Shelton second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now, that is it. Our next Planning Commission meeting is May 7, 2025.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All those in favor?